It blesses me to see you guys move, but up and down, not away. I know we're a little bit different. God has definitely called us to the heavier side. But I want to apologize to you if you're a Christian in this place, or not a Christian. If you're not saved, if you don't really know about Jesus, if you don't really care about Him. If you are in this parking lot, you can hear my voice. If you do not look at Jesus and say, I want that life, I apologize to you. I apologize to you because I know it was because of a Christian that didn't live everything Jesus said to live. If we could truly see Jesus, we would never want to leave His side. Jesus is the real thing. Christians, I have done this. I have been the fall of so many people. I have spit in the face of Jesus and tried living like the world. But here is the thing. I've heard this on the radio. I hate to hear it. I've heard it everywhere. But people are trying to get Christians to blend in. I know this is not popular, like for people that's unsaved. I know this, but you have to understand this. When we get a hold of this, then they will. You cannot look like Jesus and the world. You can't do it. Jesus came to bring us up to a higher standard so much that He said atheists will look at you and know there's a God. The only way that is possible is for everyone to come together and for us to flow in something unnatural. Jesus never did anything natural, and none of His prophets did either. We have to understand, as a church, we've learned to live outside of glory. The Bible says we can't fall short of His love. Thank God we can't fall short of His love. But what it does say is we can fall short of His glory, and we don't get that. The prophets lived in a presence that we don't know about. Jesus dwelled in a presence that we don't know about. Peter experienced the presence. Come on, his shadow was casting on people and they were being healed. They were saying, here comes the man that looks like Jesus, Christian, little Christ, just like Christ. Here comes a man that we thought was Jesus. Turns out his name is Peter. But wherever we put our sick, when he comes by them, the shadow on him, when it casts on them, they're healed. This is the kingdom. Jesus said, I have full authority in heaven and on earth, and I'm giving it to you. Are you willing? Are you willing to press in to this kind of movement, the kingdom? This is what Jesus talked about, not this country club Christianity that we see. I'm not bashing the church. I'm trying to encourage you. If you think God is boring, it's because you've never seen glory. You've never seen glory. When we look at church today, it's an embarrassment according to Acts 2. But I'm not saying that to condemn you. I'm saying that to say, look, there's so much more. When we get into it, they will crave for it. We need the glory of God, and they are looking for that. We were made, we have to understand, we were made to be satisfied off His very presence. Off His very presence. That is why people are going out, destroying themselves, looking for it at the bottom of bottles. We always say they're looking for Jesus. They really are. That sounds so cliche, but they really are. They're looking for that next high. It's because sin separated us from our Father. Sin separated us from true love, from true peace. You think you know what joy is? The joy that the Bible talks about is supposed to go beyond your understanding. It's not a job. It's not a relationship. It's a supernatural joy. Jesus says, I give you my peace. His peace, you cannot get it through the world. You can only get it through Him. We have to understand this. There's so much more that Jesus said, go after. Go after, and it is a fight. The Bible says, the kingdom suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. You have to go after it with everything you are. You really want to be radical? You really want to be a rebel? Live for the kingdom to be able to release it.